Hey, I am going to teach you how to use Illustrator a little bit more. This is a good practice and a good exercise. I'm using sorry, I did Audition just yesterday. Adobe Illustrator CC 2017. Um, this is the most current version. So I'm just going to start with creating a new file. Okay. And it kind of gives you these new document stuff. I'm just going to go with Art of Illustration, right? Because it gives you all these like parameters, right? Or you can choose your own if you want. Maybe you could do print, even print media. I like to go with inches because it's just the quickest way. And let's just do a letter size right here, right? And I'm not going to do anything else. I just want a blank canvas. And so color mode, RGB color, is primarily used to display on a screen because that's what a screen uses, RGB, to make its colors. CMYK color is used for print. So if you're printing something, here it is, CMYK. I'm going to go with RGB because I want the colors to be brighter and the choices to be better. And there are more choices essentially. So all right, so gonna hit create. It's gonna give me this blank. What was that? Whatever. Blank canvas here, which is great. Your version is gonna differ a little bit. Libraries I don't tend to use very often, so I'm just gonna close that. I'm gonna expand this a little bit though. I do like seeing my stuff. Actually, I don't think I need to. I think as soon as you click on it, yeah. And then expand fully on that. Okay. Go through and kind of learn your things here. So on this side, I have my color swatches, my very picky color swatch here, or I could just choose whatever, my color guide and my color themes. Now you notice they're all three grouped right here, and they're all three grouped here just the same. This is just downloading some themes for me. I don't really care. Right along here, I have my RGB color swatches, right? And brushes, which is cool, by the way. This isn't the only brush that's available. You can go to the library and add some more. And then there's symbols and stuff that you could just place in there. All right. This is a really handy dandy tool right here. All this right here. So the stroke is your line, essentially, or the outline. All right, and then gradient is pretty self-explanatory. Gradient means from one color to another smoothly. And then transparency, and how transparent something is, what kind of effect it has. So I'll go through those if I have time. Maybe for another episode. I really want you guys to get familiar with just the stroke here, the stroke control. All right. So this little button here, default fill and stroke, D. Okay, just hit the D button and it'll have white fill and black on the outside, right, as an outline. If you don't want either an outline or a fill, you could just click on this none, right? And that way this is completely invisible now. Whatever you draw, the fill will be invisible. There will be no fill. So if you draw a box, there is no fill on that inside, right? There's nothing here. You can't select it. You can only select that path, okay? Same with if you don't like the outside fill. You could click on this and there will not be an outline. Okay, so I'm just going to go to File, Place, and I'm just going to place a, let's see here. Oh, I think I have a picture or something I could trace maybe. Let me see if I could go to a large icon or drawing or something like that. Oh, I wish I had my Arnold Schwarzenegger photo. This same thing here. I did the same thing there. So let's see here. Let me pick something. So I did a drawing of Magus or Magus, however his name is, and did a drawing, and this guy is a character from a video game called Chrono Trigger, and it's one of my favorite games playing up, or growing up, playing growing up, and I really like it. So I'm just gonna, I really like this scythe, right? I'm like, oh man, the scythe is so cool. I want to make this a digital version. I just want this shape, right? So use the black arrow tool, the V selection tool, okay, V, to select whatever you have, if you have a drawing or something, and then you're gonna go to Object, and then you're gonna go to this lock, and then you're gonna lock selection, okay. Now I can't, this stays put. This will never move, right? It's locked in there. I can't do anything to this, right? It'll just be there, all right? So if you guys remember, Alt plus scroll is your zoom in and out, okay? And so I like to be zoomed in when I do this, just a little bit. So I want to trace just this blade part, right? So I'm going to use the pen tool to do that. Two different types of pen tools, all in one, and it's two different kinds of drawing methods, and it's incorporated into one tool. So there's click to click, and then there is kind of a rounded edge type thing. So I'm going to start out with just a small little rounded shape here, going to right here. Now I'm not gonna have anything very exact, and it's not really a big deal to me. If it doesn't fall in line, right? So if you see, well, you'll see it later on. So next point is going to be probably right here, and I just want that to go there. And you could see where and how my line is going to act. As I go. So you see this black thing appear here? That's because my fill is on. So if I hit this swap, now it's only drawing the line and not the fill. There's no fill, okay? So my next point is here. Here, I want that curve in there, and then here. I want a sharp angle, so I just want to click. I don't want to click and drag. So what I'm doing to make these curves is I click and then I drag, hold and drag, click, hold, and drag out. So it makes that curve, okay? And I go to about here, click, hold, and drag. Right, now I'm running out of space, right? So how do I move further? Is you hold spacebar to turn into a hand. Move your canvas to where you want it. Release spacebar, and then you're back at your pen tool, okay? And then keep going and outlining your object. Right, this is really important to do for, say, logo work. Okay, so if you're doing a logo or a brand or something like that, this is really handy to draw it out first and then trace it out, okay, because you can improve on it. So if you notice here, I kind of made a small mistake. I kind of did a rounded edge. I actually need a sharp corner, so I'm just gonna make another one here. And you're gonna require, it's gonna require some planning. And then here, I'm just gonna do a click, okay, because I want this sharp corner, okay. I don't want any rounded edges. Okay, just like that. So it goes from this to that without any rounding. Okay, and I'm just going to keep going. And I want this to just be a point. My drawing skills aren't as precise as vector imaging, right? And then I want it to come to a point, so I'm going to click, and then I'm going to backtrack this way now. Okay, this looks good this way. I'm going to make a small curve. Click, and then make that sharp angle, drag, hold, make a curve, click, make a sharp angle, and then here is this kind of like there's a guard on top of this blade, so I'm going to click, and then I'm going to make some sharp angle or some smooth angles here. Again, click only. Continue on with this, and then make this round curve here. Click, hold, drag. Click, hold, drag. I want to make a sharp corner here, so click and then click back and hold, drag, and that way that's a sharp corner. Okay, and I'll show you how to make it super sharp. Okay, again, click, hold, drag. click, hold, drag. Over here, I want it to turn into a corner. So I'm only outlining. I'll do the details later. Okay, and then out this way. Now some things you won't have to click, hold, drag on, right? Like I just did. You won't have to do that at all. Okay, like that. It's just straight. If it's straight, it's fine. Okay, so this last part is kind of like, it's a big line. You don't really have to do little by little, so I'm just going to come out here and just do a little bit here, a little bit here. And then again, click only, click only, click, hold, drag. Click, hold, drag, and then I'm going to come all the way around to where I started right here, and I'm going to click, hold, drag like that. Okay, so here's my outline. Right, I'm going to hit the V button to go back to my arrow. So you could select it, deselect it, but notice you still can't select the picture, the drawing. I'm going to select it, and then I'm going to go to the stroke options here. To have a nice sharp corner, let me see. It's one of these options. Okay, there we go. So I have the align stroke to the inside, right? And then corner miter joint. Okay, like that. And then these are really sharp now. You notice how sharp they go. Yeah, yeah, it's a good thing. That's what we want. Okay, so I did the outline, and that's how you're gonna do the inside as well. You're gonna draw more outline and just take a slow, you know, very exact point to point type thing. Okay, so I want this like symbol. You know, I like the symbol, and if I wanted to unlock this object, which I'm calling the object drawing, if I want to unlock it, there it is, it's unlocked and it's already selected. You could just hit delete, and here's the outline of whatever I was doing. Okay, I'm going to hit Control Z for undo, and then you can continue to outline the details yourself. This is supposed to be a circle, so instead of maybe outlining the circle, you could just use the circle tool, right? Hold shift and drag out, right? And then here's your perfect circle, right? I think that's a perfect circle. So, yeah. It looks like it's even all the way, so yep, there it is. Right? So use the circle tool, and yeah. Okay, so now you know how to outline, and it's pretty easy, and I'll get in more detail on how to do other things in another episode. All right, thanks for watching.